Hi, welcome back to the channel. Well, it's Iowa, and what happens in the winter in Iowa is we tend to get a lot of snowfall, and we got a lot of snowfall, and we got about 4 or 5 inches, which isn't a ton, but it's not nothing. And it's my first chance to kind of test the Model Y out with the standard tires and Gemini wheels to see how well does it deal with the winter. So let's see what happened. Okay, so I'm sitting here on an unplowed road. There's probably about 2 or 3 inches, and I'm gonna come to a complete stop. And what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put my foot to the floor and see how the traction control works out. There was a little bit of movement and slide, but you'd expect that, I think, in any vehicle. Teslas are not immune to physics. But other than that, it just kind of took off at its own pace. I kept my foot to the floor. So how does it deal with stopping? I can feel the anti-lock brakes kick in, and again, the Tesla is not immune to physics, and it did slide a bit. I wouldn't say it slid, but it did stop immediately. You can feel the ABS kick in. For the most part, the Model Y just chews through the snow like it really isn't there. I think the combination of the traction control and just the sheer weight of the car is an advantage for the Model Y right off the bat. Making turns, I can still feel the car slide a bit. I'm gonna see if I can force a slide through this next turn and see what happens. Can get the car to kind of fishtail a little bit, but it is kind of difficult. The car seems to want to bring itself back. Again, I'm kind of sliding as best I can here. Does feel a little bit like drifting, but overall the car is relatively, actually quite stable. Okay, I'm going to turn on slip mode. Driving, slip start, and see what that does. Overall, my impressions of driving the Model Y in the snow has actually been rather positive. I came from a 2012 Mini Cooper S, and that thing was terrible in the snow. This car, I think, given the sophistication of the software for the traction control, and also just the sheer weight of the car, makes this an actually really good car to deal with in the snow. Now, I'm not running snow tires. I've lived in Iowa all my life, and I've never owned a car with snow tires. I've just kind of learned to adapt my driving habits to deal with it. You can definitely tell a difference in whether you're using the slip start or not the slip start. Without the slip start, it is really hard to get this car to fishtail, to move, to spin out. It really doesn't. Now, stopping is a different matter. Stopping uses anti-lock brakes, and the Tesla is not immune to physics. So it will kick in, it will not stop immediately. You'll feel the ABS in the brake pedal when you're applying the brakes. But overall, I am very pleased. Now, with slip start enabled, you can do exactly what it says. You can kind of get it to fishtail. You can get it to move and slide and move around, and I can see how that can be useful in certain situations, especially when you're stuck. But generally, when you don't have slip start turned on and you just gun the accelerator, you can be confident that it's just not going to spin out, and it will increase your velocity as it sees that it can do based on the traction control. So overall, very pleased with how well my Model Y performs in the in the snow so far. So as it gets colder in Iowa and the weather gets worse in Iowa, I will continue sharing my experiences. Until then, thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe. It really helps things out. Otherwise, we'll see you next time. Thanks.